So, after looking at all the new dialogue that's been released from people's gameplay with the new test screens or test servers, well, it's new to me anyway. There's a lot of people who are pitting the same character against each other, Sub-Zero v Sub-Zero, Kenshi v Kenshi. And we get some very interesting dialogue. And it seems like basically every other timeline is going to be canon, at least to the extent of the dialogues themselves. Maybe not the actual main story, but if you want to be technical, well, then yes, if it's continuing from MK11, all old timelines are technically canon. They're just not a part of this new timeline. But it is some really cool dialogue. There's a scene where Kenshi is talking to Kenshi, and he says, "Who is the ruler or the timekeeper of your timeline?" To which the other Kenshi says, until recently, it was Kano. Yo, like that's so cool. So they're definitely referring to Mortal Kombat Snowblind, an amazing movie where I have done a video on before, but it got blocked because I put a lot of clips from the actual movie, and I plan on re-releasing it. But I did a video on it before. It was an awesome, weird timeline where Kano ruled everything. He took Chronicle's crown and rewind everything. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. But yeah, amazing movie. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. Then there's another clip where it's Katana talking to Katana, and she's like, "Oh, so Liu Kang isn't a god in your timeline?" And she's like, basically saying like he's my my love interest, my lover or whatever. And so obviously connecting to probably any one of the old timelines, but more than likely the MK9, X, and 11 timeline. There's another time where Liu Kang is talking to old Liu Kang, and he mentions Onaga. Now I love this one because I hope Onaga is actually the main villain for this new game. But he says, "Does Onaga exist in your timeline?" And the other Liu Kang is like, "Exist. He rules it." I think that's really cool. I hope Onaga exists in this one. Maybe Liu Kang was just saying like, "Hey, does he also exist in yours? Because he's getting on my nerves here." And then Liu Kang is basically telling him just how powerful he is in that old timeline. Or maybe it was reversed. Maybe the person who said does Onaga exist in your timeline is a Liu Kang from the old timeline. And he's just trying to see, hey, do you have an Onaga there? Because we used to have one. And maybe this Liu Kang who says not only does he exist, he rules. Maybe that is our Liu Kang. That would be pretty cool. Obviously, we don't know, but that would be crazy if we find out in this game like Onaga is just a full-on ruler and he is what went wrong, quote unquote, as Ed Boon said. He's going to find out. I think it was Ed Boon who said that he's going to find out what changing things, that something goes wrong and things don't go to plan. And there's a few others I can't think of off the top of my head, but there's a few others that throw back and have callbacks to other things. Oh, Liu Kang versus Liu Kang, where he asks him about Katana, and the Liu Kang says, or the second Liu Kang says, "A clown, a madman, tricked me into killing her." I don't remember Mortal Kombat versus DC story completely, so I could be getting this wrong, but it sounds like that's definitely a callback to there, where Joker probably tricked him into killing a Katana, because Joker, clown face, he's all about tricking people into killing their loved ones, just like he did with Superman and Injustice with Lois Lane. So yet again, in Mortal Kombat versus DC, I remember enough to know that was his own timeline. Like it was a branched off timeline, because you got the Dark Khan and all that goofiness and stuff. But I was like, this is pretty cool. They're using the dialogues to have callbacks to all the OG games and other medias too. I'm sure we're gonna get one that refers to the Mortal Kombat live action movie. Someone's probably gonna say, "Do you all have I'm sure it's gonna be a Scorpion v Scorpion or something. He's gonna say, "Do you all have a Cole Young?" And he's gonna say something like, "No, we don't have a Buster like that." But anyway, this is pretty cool to see all the different timelines basically be canon throughout the dialogue, as it's kind of a little fun thing of, I guess they're pretending like, oh, when you match up against a doppelganger, that they're just from a different timeline. I wonder if in the game there's going to be an element of old timelines kind of coming into play in one way or the other. There's been things with leaks and stuff I might talk about one day, because leaks, you never know. And a lot of people just make up leaks all the time. But it's fun to kind of look at the leaks and pretend, like, oh, what if, I'm not one that if I get the game or the movie and it's not matching up to the leaks, I'm let down. I always look at the leaks on these are cool what if moments. If they never happen, I still like to go back to the leaks and be like, oh man, that would have been cool if they went that route, or oh, I'm glad they didn't go that route. But yeah, man, the dialogues are really fun. They give us more and more breakdown on lore, or more and more lore in itself, and we're here to break it down for you. God bless y'all. I'll catch you later.